going to disappear.
My bow disappeared.
Well, I got a little bit head cold this week. All right. We ready to count down?
Okay. Let's
You
just
ready?
sliding up my head, but yes, let's go for it.
And Lucky Dragon says, hurry up. So we got to do this. All right. Count down from 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. I hear an echo. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1,
go!
0.
Woo!
Hi, my name is Earl and I'm the spokesman for a major new business. At a powwow, do you find yourself rushing to the arena for grand entry and you also find yourself hungry? And also, do you have sore feet? Do you hate to multitask but prefer to do one thing at a time? Well, I've got a solution for you. Try fry bread moccasin sole inserts. That's right, you can have your fry bread and bead it too. We've taken the fluffiest fry bread like Grandma used to make and fold it into a conical shape so that it will fit perfectly into your dance moccasins. You'll just need to wear a clean pair of socks so that your socks will soak up the cooking oil that the fry bread was in, and try not to walk on any slippery surfaces like grass, cement, polished wood floors, or dirt. If and when you get hungry during the powwow, just sit down off to the side of the arena, take out some honey and powdered sugar, take off your moccasins, enjoy that wonderful fluffy fry bread. Fry bread moccasin sole inserts are perfect for fancy dancers, men's northern, women's buckskin, fancy shawl, and all the other dance styles. They're even really good for hoop dancers. Look for more of our multi-use fry bread products, including fry bread drumstick handles, fry bread knife sheaths, and beaded fry bread barrettes. Just remember, now that you can have your fry bread and bead it too. Fry bread moccasin sole inserts. It's time for Late Night Craft Talk with hosts Svea Komori and James Hermes. Special guest Maricela Hinojosa from Beaded Plume. It's late night, folks, and if you work from home, it's time to take off your work shirt and your pajama bottoms and put on your party shirt and your pajama bottoms. It's time to start the show.
Hello, everyone.
Yeah, here I am.
How are you doing? It's been a week.
Hola.
Oh my gosh.
I got to finish dancing the show, but
I know, like,
to start off, I was actually thinking of like just coming on. I got the camera on, I was going to start singing "Angel Flying Too Close to the Ground" and just say, because this is what I intended, saying, do a little slow song. Go, I just want to do something different and open up with a slow song while you're dancing all crazy. I'm going to show slow song, but it didn't work out. So, well, best intentions. All right.
hi. This is my bow that keeps disappearing.
Welcome to my world. At least the chroma key's working for me this time. I got the light even.
I know.
All right, no, but I'm actually sitting behind in front of a drum.
Yes, yes. So, okay. First things first. We're gonna do the drawing for the trivia winners.
Yep.
All fit in here magically. They all fit. All of our winners.
I hope they're social distancing at the bottom of the drawing cup.
They're in this huge rainbow thimble. Okay, so we're gonna draw. This is the winner for the Elk Rack Trader Prize.
Oh yeah, the obsidian knife.
Kelsey, she won again. She is a lucky, lucky girl.
Wow.
Yeah. So what did Kelsey win?
Obsidian knife from Elk Rack Traders.
There you go.
Obsidian knife.
Okay.
Send that out Monday.
The next winner for Dancing Bear and Your Trader is Raynell. So Raynell actually won a face mask that we've made here, like our employees have made, and we'll be in contact with you to choose which fabric you'd like and what size you like, and we'll send it to you next week. So
there we go. Face mask
The third one, this is for Christy's awesome headband that she made with Harry Potter. Okay, this is the winner. Alicia won. Yay, Alicia.
All right.
So we are excited about that. Let me tell you.
Let me tell you.
Okay, so
I just feel like I had to go to the grocery store earlier to grab some stuff for the props for the show. I'm walking in there. I'm like, I still can't help the feeling of it. You know, if I wore a cowboy hat, wearing being the old West Bandit, it's just, you know, especially when you walk in a bank like that, you're like,
we're like expecting you to wear.
I'm still
bandana,
not used to
bandana.
this. Yeah. Just remind me when you say face mask. All right. Shall we say what we've been doing this week?
Yeah. Well, I was going to say really quick. So our show
yeah.
purpose, I'm going to wear it as a bow tie as suggested by Kelsey, because this is a really cool art piece that I have that I love. Okay.
You're wearing a bow tie and I'm wearing a bandana.
Beaded bow tie. Oh,
I'm underdressed.
pretty good. It doesn't disappear. Okay, there we go. Great suggestion. Thank you. Okay, so for those of you who haven't watched our show, the purpose of our show is to inspire, help people keep entertained during this time. And it's Friday night, and who wouldn't want a fun craft night talk show? That's why we're here, really. The 3 people that watch our show.
There'll be a lot more as we go.
Yes, yes. So, and then of course we're doing the show to kind of help people learn about our businesses too. So that's why we do this little intro every week to talk about our stores. So our businesses. So James, you want to start first with Elk Rack?
Yeah, I wasn't able to get a lot of stuff made to put on the website this week. I was working on custom orders for people. Sometimes I'm able to go in blocks, but one thing is with some stuff I made, I was able to make and put on the website some stock I made over some artwork back in February. It's a lot of work getting the stuff and masked it on the website. But just to show what we kind of have, let me do a little screen share here right quick. Just to show we got, this is some of the items that we're going to be spotlighting this week at elkracktraders.com. As we go along, you see them Obsidian knife that I was only making probably a few weeks ago, plus one of the elk rawhide crosses that I make with the turquoise buffalo fetish right there. And also an arrow that I made here back in March, just kind of spotlight the work that we're going to be having. And you can see where it's got elk painted on the arrowhead there, and our elk tracks actually painted along the entire length of the shaft. That's and a couple more items we're going to be spotlighting on this week for the web for elkracktraders.com. We have, as soon as it advances, here we go. We have one of our painted feathers with bear tracks on it, and another elk rawhide cross with the dentalia shells and turquoise wrapped with deer hide right there. So those items we'll be spotlighting just so, because there's a lot of stuff to see, and there's just some items that are kind of special that we want to show every week. So that's what we're spotlighting at Elk Rack right now. And I'm also getting ready for put up every June. Early June, I start making U.S. flag feathers I paint, because I've got people wanting for 4th of July. So we will have those available coming starting probably about 10 days.
Yes, yes.
So Svea, how you doing?
I've been doing good. We have been working hard, shipping out lots of fabrics. We just got in 23 bolts of fabric. We have a lot of really cool fabrics. A lot of people don't know, but we actually have over 400 Native American style fabrics at our store. And probably next week, I'm going to try to do an do a video of our store where you can see the amount of fabric that we do have. And the beads that we have, because most people, when they come and they see, like when I do just a little video of like around our store during craft nights, they're like, wow, oh my gosh, you guys have so much beads, because we have about a 40-foot wall of beads.
Craft night, people see that bead wall, they're like,
oh my god,
keeps going.
Yeah. So,
Thing of legend.
Yeah, so it's a lot of fun. And one thing that we want people to do is we want people to be emailing in submissions of their work, because what we want to do is we want to kind of spotlight some of our watchers and our watchers that are artists. So if you have anything you'd like to share, we will actually share those on our actual show. So
we'd love the opportunity to be able to show that, because everyone, they've got the extra time, not by choice, but the extra time the last couple weeks, couple months, 3 months, whatever, to catch up on their artwork. I mean, that's the case with me. I've been able to do projects I've been wanting to do for almost a couple of years, to be able to get that out, and it's enjoying it. I want to see what everybody else is being able to produce, to make and their art, and give us a chance to show everyone on the show.
Yes, yes. So it's really it's a good way for us to share with everyone's work, you know. So
Absolutely.
make sure to send those into our email with your your business name, your name, and where you're from. So then we'll advertise for you what your products are. So it's
Yeah.
kind of,
You know, and you know, our businesses get along pretty well. I mean, there's some things we cross, but you know, we do this for focus for everything. But you know, sometimes there's a little bit of like, Svea will go, "What's Elk Rack doing today?" I'll be like, "Well, what's Dancing Bear lacking today?"
we like rivalry each other.
Kind of like, you know, we got a little bit of, you know, a little competition going on sometimes. But when I start eating a taco, somebody goes nuts. I mean, right now I'm eating taco chips.
Yes.
I like tacos. Which, Svea, what's that in your background? I mean, I've been meaning to know that. I know you like purple, but those look like little tortilla envelopes right there. What
So
are those?
So my background's definitely purple, but my background also has burritos in it. I love burritos. They're
You're
so,
going to bring this to the show tonight?
yeah.
Apparently my hat's disappearing a little bit, so I'm facing into reality.
This is like a
You know, that giant burrito, the $10 burrito right there.
Mexican.
What is it? I mean, I got tacos here, but I mean, it's like this, that, every week we do the rehearsal. And I want to talk about tacos, and you're like, "Oh, burrito." And it's like, this is never ending. Now we're bringing that rivalry here tonight.
Yeah, you know.
Well, I just want to, let's have this out between us, okay? Let's just settle this so we're not doing everything where it's like Star Wars, Star Trek, Jar Jar Pickles, Jar Jar Binks,
Yeah.
whatever, Kirk Picard, Coke Pepsi, whatever.
Star Wars, Star Trek.
Yeah, Star Wars, Star Trek. Let's just have this out with the tacos and burritos. You ready?
Okay. All right, so let's do this.
Let's do this. This should be entertaining for our audience. All right, so right now,
Burrito versus taco.
taco versus burrito.
Of
All
course,
right.
burrito's first. It's first.
But yes, folks, this is spontaneous right now. We can put together graphics this quick.
Yes, exactly. It is absolutely spontaneous, you guys. We like put all of these different foods together. We took a picture while we were talking. We took a picture of everything, and we just all right there.
That's when I'm over here at the side typing real quick. And then I'm chucking a taco over to Svea. She eats it, claims she likes burritos better, but you know, she put the tacos near the nachos.
Yes, I know. This is very true.
Okay, so first picture.
Okay, let's see. I am moving over there to the first picture, and it is.
Ladies and gentlemen, for my first entry to show tacos over burritos, I bring you Taco Cat to show the cultural phenomenon that tacos have on our society. And what happens with Taco Cat that you spell backwards. Everybody take a pen and paper, write out Taco Cat, and then write it backwards. What do you get? Taco Cat.
What the heck?
It's good from both ends.
Thing.
Don't misjudge that. So, Svea, what do you got as a retort?
Well, all I have to say about this is I love the fact that there's purple in the background. So that's like number one. Like that is the first thing on this that I like. But
So it's purple, then burritos for you. Oh, I'm sorry. Purple, then tacos, then burritos.
I still love burritos.
We're going to have to do food. All right. So you got a burrito. I bring out Taco Cat, you bring a burrito.
It's so delicious. I mean, just, you know what I love about them is that you can put all the food in there. You can make anything into a burrito. You just put it all in and you wrap it all up, and then it's like nothing falls out. Because like when you're trying to eat a taco and you're like, and then you like eat it and then everything falls out.
Okay.
The burrito, you wrap the bottom so you can actually hold it and like nothing falls out.
There's no effort. There's an art to tacos because taco is the food of artists. This is somebody complaining. I'm Svea's complaining. We're talking about somebody who can't walk and chew bubblegum, obviously. All right. Here's my retort. Or you got more? I'm sorry. All right. I bring to you the history that dates back so far. I bring you one of the best iterations of the taco. I bring you the fry bread taco. Piled with all kinds of good stuff. Overflowing with good stuff.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of cilantro, which I like.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I would do? I would actually make a fry bread that's really big, and then I could wrap it on itself, so then when you can eat it, it's not like whenever I have these, I have a plate, and I'm like, I have to like kind of eat, like I slide it off the plate and kind of eat it like this, versus like
Like a cartoon character, just kind of just go.
Yeah, I can't do that, like the Scoopy thing where it drops his mouth and puts
Yeah,
the sandwich.
what you can do with the top with the fry, because that is really stacked. Fry bread taco is you kind of get another piece of fry bread and you just kind of push the food off and the leg sits on the other, and then all of a sudden you have 2 fry bread tacos.
Well, then you make like a really big fry bread. You just make it, just like wrap it on itself. See, like that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, well, okay. There's merits to both. All right.
This is like a part of
What
it.
you did.
Yes, I know. Okay, who doesn't love Deadpool? And the fact that he is all about chimichangas, okay? And chimichangas are fried burritos.
This is a whole other degree because it's got the coolness of Deadpool.
Yes,
Where's Francis
I know.
and a chimichanga?
I know. And then just look at how good that looks.
All right, we need to go a little highbrow here.
Yes.
There is like college degrees in Peachy's and Master's program in
Yes.
tacos. And ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce you to. Was there one more, or am I missing one? All right, I bring you to, because I got this right. I bring you to the great Taco Polytechnic Pro University of Benefit, great nation of Taco Stand, a very highly advanced nation that is years culturally, technologically, and civilly, at least 50 years ahead of the rest of the world. Think of it as kind of like a real life Wakanda. And with their great college of tacos.
So
And notice all the like space right there. This is the master. The master of tacos.
such a long like abbreviation. It's like TPPUOMBGNOF.
Yeah.
Those like just college sweatshirts where it's like the initials of it. It's like crazy, like a whole paragraph.
Well, you know what we call it in short in Taco Stand? Taco U.
University of Taco Stand.
Yeah. Or, you taco or taco you. Either way, it's got a great connotation.
Taco.
Hey, Svea, you taco. And you go back and go, taco you.
Okay, this is mine. Okay. Burritoville State! Woo woo woo!
Why do you have little plastic drinky cups in there?
They're fighting burritos. They're fighting. Look at, they're like running. They're like fighting.
They're fighting each other because they're upset their burritos.
Yes.
And
they're just like,
those are cool. That's cool.
ramped up. They're gonna take down that goalpost.
Yeah. And you have a
On the helmet,
taco in there on the helmet with a red slash through it.
like no tacos. So they're like the rival of Taco U.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
And that's the
I'll
taco.
just be over here going, uh-huh, uh-huh, uh-huh.
That's the taco mascot. It's the Taco Devil. Yes, it's the Taco Devil. Yes. So what do you think of that?
Well, any primitive people see others that are more technologically advanced as magic or some kind of religious thing. So obviously, the primitives of Burritoville State are going, ooh, we fear the wheel and spoken language.
Yes. But if you think about it, they're all higher education, right? So they all can be the same. They can all be good, right?
Well, it's all good because burritos and tacos are still the best.
Yes, they are.
Except tacos are much more Wonder One.
Yes. No.
All right. So everybody, you ready? We let's go here. And okay. So with that, obviously, tonight's underlying theme is rivalries, and we have that for a very good reason, because that brings us to tonight's guest is going to be. Well, let me get rid of that slide. Tonight's guest is Maricela Hinojosa from Beaded Plume. And Svea has a bit of a background with Maricela that you're all going to learn about real soon.
Yes, Mari. She's one of my friends. She's one of my friends. I've known for a while. She's a friend and a customer of our
This
store.
is going to be entertaining for everyone.
And we met at the Salt River Pima Powah Red Mountain. And they came into our vendor space wearing U of A stuff.
University of Arizona for everyone.
ASU and ASU, Arizona State and U of A are huge rivals. So we started our friendship by like giving us each other a hard time. So it was just a lot of fun, and that's how we built our friendship.
So she comes on.
As soon as she,
Stella.
maybe she doesn't want to come on because she's like,
Okay, so, oh, here we go. Wow, that is the biggest bead artwork I have ever seen right behind you.
I know, thanks. I did it myself.
Is that for Godzilla?
Yes.
Godzilla's awesome.
Hi, how are you guys doing?
doing good.
Awesome.
Are having a great time here.
Hey.
We are adding your business name to your name.
I forgot to add mine to mine, but I was good at that earlier.
So Mari, tell us about yourself.
My name's Maricela. I go by Mari, as she said. I first met Svea at our here in Salt River Pima Maricopa Indian community. We have a powwow. It's Red Mountain Powwow. It happens every end of October, November. Svea was actually a vendor there, and as you know, I do beadwork. So of course, I'm gonna hit up a bead shop, and she's got the coolest beads ever. And I say that because she's got a wide selection of them. So that's mine and Svea's relationship so far. So every time she's here, I bring her a Dutch Bros that says Wildcats. But like I said, I'm from the Salt River Pima Maricopa community. I'm Pima and Yaqui. Those are the two tribes here from Arizona. I've probably been beading maybe about roughly 6 years now, self-taught. I had a really good friend. Her name is Felicia. She's actually the one that brought my beading skills out. And I say that is because she had the patience to sit there and teach me how to actually bead. I've tried other stitchings like lazy stitch. I cannot do. I really try hard, but my forte is 2 needles applique. Let's see, what else about myself? Really just enjoy. It's a good hobby right now, so really enjoy it.
Extraordinary hobby.
Yes.
Word of life.
And you know what the funny thing is? Everybody's like, you should have a lot of patience. No, I don't. I tried going fishing the other day. At fishing line, I got my damn last nerve. I couldn't do it. I was like, I'm done. I quit.
My dad actually has a term for that. It's not patience. It's called stick-to-itiveness.
Yeah, I couldn't do it. So
Hard-headed.
Yeah. If you go fishing next time, you can actually bring, as long as they're using fire line, you could fire line. You could have them. You know, that's a great beading string. But I was gonna say you could have them use fire line and fish, and you could actually be working on your beadwork with the fire line from the other side.
that's the plan for next time, because like I said, I couldn't my last nerve. I was ready to throw that pole in the water. So
Yes. Okay. So now we have a whole bunch of her stuff, and we're gonna show you so we can talk about her work. Okay, here it is. Look at that. This is her cover page for her Facebook. It's really a nice, I think it's a nice combination of stuff, so you can see it. Okay, let's go here. First slide.
There's extraordinary use of dentalia shells right there on that piece.
Yes.
dentaliums are one of the things that I like to work with.
So she makes beaded medallions and beaded items like this. So tell us about these, Mari.
All right, so like you said, I do various artworks in different mediums, NFL teams as well as traditional, as you can see. The top one, the Cardinals earrings, well, those are earrings. Those are made in size 13 beads. As you can see, the Dallas Cowboys and the Vikings. It's not a 49ers team, so I don't know what it is. But the Vikings, those were made for family and friends. Actually, I had the privilege this graduation season to make this for a cousin. It's our Autumn Warrior Shield. They put it it was used to put on the men's warriors when they went out into battle for protection. So I had the pleasure of making that. And like I said, I'm from Salt River, so I made the man in the maze for another family member. And that's our symbol for our tribe.
Very nice. I really enjoy seeing this work because it's nice. Like the Cardinals earrings, they just like match like perfectly. They're like such a good mirror of each other. And just it's really nice to see this work and people are wearing these kind of medallions with the beaded rope. I think that's really a fun thing. So hey, who's your favorite sports team, Mari?
49ers. 49ers would be football, and baseball, it's New York Yankees.
Ah, okay. I definitely don't like the Chargers.
And so it begins, as I warn the audience. I'm going to be going like this to these two, keeping them
Oh,
separated.
the San Diego Chargers. I mean, they're not a rival at all, but they used to be San Diego. Now they're LA, and I don't even know what they are going to be.
Yeah.
I laugh about that. Okay, let's see. Let's look at your next one. Okay, so this is some of the ones from your cover image.
Yes, that was the Dentillium set. Like I said, I like to really work with the Dentillium shells. It was fascinating learning their history of them. I think that's why I took so much of an interest to them.
Mhm.
Again, here's the beaded rope sets. My centers, they're actually from a friend, a cousin of mine. Her name is Chelsea, and she works for a Native Touch Laser and Etching. So that's where I get most of my my center pieces that I can actually bead around. So I like bringing those.
Cool. I think that Chelsea makes some really awesome ASU cups.
Yes, she does. Hey, she makes U of A too. So
Oh, she does. Okay.
Around two, going like that. All right, I'm gonna start swinging. I'm gonna say, because I said earlier that depending on which one's got the better dig, I'd go this way or this way with the backgrounds. I'm gonna just go U of A right now.
Okay. So what I really like about your work is that I noticed that the color combinations are very unique. So tell us about how you come up with your colors or your patterning.
I'm very fascinated by old time art, whether it be, like I said, an old vintage beaded purse, an old antique painting, whatever the case is. I love old time art. So I like to try to work with a lot of old time colors, the pumpkins, the squash colors, the Sioux blues, the Cheyenne pinks. And my thing is, I really like to have a pop color. I think that you can see the piece from a distance with that. As you can see, like in the forest green, I like to put the mint in there.
It's nice, it's such a nice contrast. So I agree. I think that's interesting.
Yeah, so like I said, I just really like old time stuff. Right now, I'm a big fan of Crow beadwork, the way they mix their colors. Like I said, with the Cheyenne pinks and Sioux blues, and that orange, that pumpkin, that color I'm still looking for. So can't wait till I find it.
Yeah, cool. So I'm just looking through yours. I just love these colors. That pumpkin color, that ochre color, so pretty with the other colors.
That is a great color combo.
Actually, that color came from you. That's that squash pumpkin color.
Oh, cool. I always love to see the projects that people make with the beads that we sell, because generally we just don't even see, I mean, generally I'd say 90% of the time we never see what people make with our beads. So it's really a treat to see people working with, identifying the colors that we sell. That's really nice.
Everybody's little basket, what they have in there in your thing, and you're like, wait, where are you going with that? What are you making? Nope, what you totally need.
Yeah, these are really nice. I love the color combinations. They're really
This one I actually had fun making. It was for a friend. He owns a tattoo shop here in the state. He really likes his fire colors along with the teal. Yeah, this was fun. A lot of my customers like the fire colors, which is comprised of the maroons, the reds, golds, yellows. Again, this was just a fun one to make for him.
Okay. I'll go to the next one. These are really nice. I like all these designs. They're so pretty. I'm looking down. I'm looking at the screen that I'm going through. Like, oh.
That's what I was doing. I was like, okay.
Yeah.
These are my mini keychains. They're the smaller versions of my big old lanyards.
Oh, I like those. Who would like those? I could just have my keys on that.
Yeah. Yeah.
One.
I'll make you a Bay one. I can do that. Like I said, I have really fun with the different colors. my customers are really specific as, you know, when I ask them what color blues and whatnot, they're really cool about sending me, you know, different pictures, whether it be a sunset, the ocean, whatever it is. That's kind of where I get a lot of my inspiration from, is from them actually and their personalities, because a good majority of them I actually know. So.
Yeah, that's nice.
See a lot of Arizona sunsets in those.
Mm-hmm.
That's a great piece.
So nice, the colors. Oh, this is my favorite one.
This
How'd
one,
that sneak in there?
oh, this one killed me. And you know why? Because I have a bad habit of not taking pictures of my work. So of course, me being the genius I am, I didn't take the picture of the U of A one. This one, it made it. I have it. So yeah.
But you know, this one is like, it's going to be always in your memory because you have a photo of it. Like, you really have a photo documented how much you love ASU. I mean, look at this. It's like, it was in the pictures. I mean, you could have opted to leave it out, but I mean, you did leave it in. So I'm like, I'm going to stop with
All
this.
right, with that, my background just went to ASU.
I'll give her that one. Yes.
You gotta work hard. Give me maybe do that U of A background. You bring it back.
Okay. Actually, I think, oh, I have more. Oh, hold on. Okay. Very, very cool, right? Hello.
So with my beaded hats, like I said, depending what the customer wants, that's kind of what I give them. For some reason, I've lucked out when I do my beaded hats because I like to keep everything even, keep everything mirrored. As they say in, you know, in interior design or any art, when you're doing a display, you want to make it in odd numbers. Unfortunately, mine are even, and I've been lucky to where it actually works out for me. So,
Wow, that's cool. Those are so nice.
thanks.
Nice. Okay, let's go to the next one. Yay.
Great
Tell-
graduation cap.
This is my beaded cap. I really liked working with the blues and the light blues and again, the fire colors. Here in Arizona, for some odd reason, we're not allowed to decorate. Some schools, the majority of our school districts aren't allowed to decorate their hats, their caps. So I was fortunate to, this is maybe the second one of 3 that I was able to work on. And boy, are they tough. So I commend any of those that actually do these all the time because that was some work.
Yeah, they are definitely a lot of work.
Yeah.
Beautiful beadwork.
We didn't already have that already?
No.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, so tell us about this beautiful beadwork.
So these mocks were special because this is actually my first pair. They were for a friend's child. They were her first pair of mocks. She was actually going to be going into the circle for her first time. So I had the pleasure of making them. A really good friend of mine, he's a mentor, his name's Keith. He actually helped me with these. Yeah, I enjoyed making them. I like I said, I am a big fan of old colors, so that's what I put into them.
Yep.
And brooch I made so that way she had an extra piece of beadwork with her to go into a circle with. For the hair ties, I was actually fortunate to make them for Little Miss Red Mountain Powwow Princess.
They're so cute.
4 years ago. Again, whatever colors they want, the designs they want, I try to get to know them, ask them questions, so that way I kind of get an idea of what their personality is like, so that way their beadwork matches their personality.
They're so beautiful. I love the flowers, and I love they're such a nice combination of like the line and the color and the combination of the petals and I just beautiful work. That's why I put beautiful beadwork.
How big a piece of fry bread do you have to stick in those moccasins?
They were baby size, so you know the tester ones that you just throw in to make sure the oil.
Yeah, just a little testing of the moccasins. Okay.
Okay, that's good. Yeah, you could just do the little ones.
Yes. So
Yep.
actually, on my Facebook page, Beaded Plume, you guys can scroll over there. I'm actually going to be doing a 3,000 giveaway. I've hit 3,000 followers. So what I'm actually going to do is, hopefully you can see it. I'm going to be giving away a necklace along with a set, of dentillium earrings.
Oh my gosh, I want to put my name in.
You just raise the bar.
Is follow my Beaded Plume page. Like the post, share the post, as well as tag me in it, Beaded Plume giveaway. And for this, because you guys are watching, whoever's following my page, all you have to do is when you're done doing all that stuff, put in the comments, hashtag bear down. Yes, Svea. That's going to gain you extra entries into the drawing, 5 entries, okay? So that way you guys get more chances just for watching the show with us tonight.
I don't know if I can do that.
You're going to have
She did the dig. U of A background now.
Oh my goodness, this is crazy.
Yeah. Are we ready? We ready for the next part?
Yeah.
You ready for the?
You
we
ready? Sorry, you ready?
Okay. I am amazed how tame it is right now compared to earlier, and when we've met a couple times this week. But it's going to get real interesting. We're going to have a chance to continue our interview with Maricela after we get done with the main part, with the next couple parts of the show tonight. And you'll be able to email in as well as leave comments on Facebook. Any of your questions you have for Maricela, and we will ask her for you, and really have some fun. We go into the overtime. But right now, these two, I know, are holding back.
Really quick, the trivia prizes that we're gonna do.
Yes.
Yes,
Let's get that out of the way because next is trivia. I was about to introduce. So
be a lot of fun. This is like
we're about to move on to trivia questions. While these two are have a lot of, I know they've got a lot of pent up rivalry that they want to act out, and it's gonna be like a coiled spring going, shoom, here in a few minutes. So we're about to move on to tonight's trivia questions, but for those that are able to answer this week's trivia questions from Elk Rack Traders, you are getting one of our small obsidian knives that I've just got done making a couple days ago. That I like to make special ones just for the giveaway, just because appreciation for watching the show and sticking with us. It means you're having a lot of fun. And coming from Dancing Bear.
So this week, for our showcase that we do every week, we're doing a shopping showcase, and this week we featured floral scarves. So I don't know if you guys know, but we have tons of floral scarves. So I have the winner for this week's trivia. There will be a standard size 30 by 30 floral scarf, and they can pick either a standard solid or they can pick a metallic if they like the metallic better. So, and it's just whatever colors we have, and we will send it to you. So make sure to put in those trivia answers. You're going to really love it. How about you, Mari?
So what I'm going to be giving away is a 3-tier Cheyenne pink dentillium earrings.
Okay.
Those are so pretty. Oh my gosh. Can I enter my name? I want to enter my name.
Today we talk about this every week. If you get to, I get to, and then it's going to look like, oh, that looks suspicious.
Right here, you know?
Make you red, white, and blue ones. Just saying. They'll look really nice on you.
I just wear them on 4th of July.
Oh, we're back to U of A. We're back to U of A background now with that. Good going, Maricela. Okay. So, we ready?
Yeah,
you
so
ready? You ready?
Trivia. So this week's gonna be different. So while Mari and I are preparing for our next segment, James is gonna be taking care of the trivia. That's how like big this is gonna be. So it's gonna be really awesome.
This is gonna be good. Okay. So with that, we move on to the next section of the show. We have trivia questions. Let me make sure it's flying correctly.
Okay,
Okay, you two go get ready. All right, tonight we have trivia questions. We're going to ask you 6 trivia questions, and the winner of, we will have 3 winners that will pick that answer the trivia questions correctly, at which point you have until midnight Sunday night to send in your trivia to the answers to the trivia questions to email it to latenightcrafttalk@gmail.com. You've got till midnight this Sunday to get them in, and then we'll put you in for the drawing for one of the 3 prizes being offered at the next show, or being offered, and we'll announce you at the next show Friday, 1 week from now. So let's get on with the trivia questions. And remember, midnight Sunday night, and email the answers to the trivia questions to latenightcrafttalk@gmail.com. Okay, let's go. Ready for the first trivia question. That will be, okay, here's question number 1. Who is Harry Potter's rival? Remember, tonight's show is about rivalry, and the trivia questions are going to have that same theme. Again, who is Harry Potter's rival? Next question. Who is Kramer from the TV show Seinfeld's major rival and nemesis? Again, who is Kramer from the TV show Seinfeld? Who is his major rival and nemesis? Third question, who has made appearances on Late Night Craft Talk and Svea can't handle seeing him on the show? For those of you who watched the show the last few times, this is episode number 6. You're going to know who this is. She can't stand him. Who has made appearances on Late Night Craft Talk and Svea can't handle seeing him on the show? All right, next question. We have Trojan versus Bruin, Sun Devils versus Wildcats. Name the 4 rival universities here. Again, Trojan versus Bruin, Sun Devil versus Wildcats. Name the 4 rival universities.
Hey, James, for some reason that you're in the middle of your screen's blacking out.
Because I haven't gone to the next question. Are you not able to see the questions?
I saw part of the question. Oh, okay, never mind.
That's why. Svea, go get ready.
That's
Okay.
it for you.
All right. So next, question number 5. Name the captain Jane Kirk. Name the Captain Jane T. Kirk's rival when he woke him up in the original series. There was a 25-year vendetta and was the movie Star Trek II's namesake. Pardon me, folks, I've got a kind of a sore throat tonight and a little bit of an early summer cold, so voice is kind of fading, but we're still good. Name Captain Jane T. Kirk's rival when he woke him up in the original Star Trek series, and there was a 25-year vendetta, and was the movie Star Trek II's namesake. And final question for tonight. Name 2 soft drink companies that have been competing for who has the best taste, because this is it, and it's the taste of a new generation. Again, name the 2 soft drink companies that have been competing for who has the best taste, because this is it, and it's the taste of a new generation. All right, before we move on to the next section, remember to have your answers in by this Sunday at midnight so that we can put your name in for the drawing at the next Late Night Craft Talk 1 week from tonight. And remember to email those questions into latenightcrafttalk@gmail.com. And then when we get over the overtime, overtime or the extra overtime of the show here a little bit, remember any questions you have for Maricela from Beaded Plume, leave a comment in the Facebook post, or email latenightcrafttalk@gmail.com. All right, on to the next part. Ladies and gentlemen, I bring you the competition of competitions. You're going to be cheering for this like crazy. Not yet, we're not yet. All right, I bring you ASU versus U of A, Arizona State University versus University of Arizona. They have provided their most spirited, most challenging cheerleading squad of all time. I bring you Svea representing Arizona State University and Maricela representing University of Arizona. Are you ready? Here comes the whistle. Come on out, cheerleaders. Show your spirit. Boom, boom. There we go. I better change my background real quick so I don't look like I'm biased.
Yeah, you're biased right now. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, because it just occurred to me. Let me change that right quick. Let's just change that to Taco Cat.
Mari looks like she's been running around. Get ready.
Yeah. All right. So are we ready, audience? Are we ready, competitors?
Okay.
Okay.
Because you're the guest bar, you should go first.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's me. Right. You're right.
All right. Are you ready, University of Arizona?
As ready as we're gonna be.
All right. 1, 2, 3. Give us the awesome cheer.
All right.
Wait, let me spotlight you. Okay.
This is so awesome.
Okay, I can't believe this is even happening on my show.
All right.
Like, look at how like awesome I'm. Like, you know, the gold sky, gold, all gold.
Yeah, there's other words for that earlier. Okay. All right. We have now Svea representing. I'm just having a brain fart here right now. We're representing Arizona State University. I'm trying to fight not to cough right now. I'm really fighting the voice. We have representing Arizona State University, Svea, the most spirited alumni they can provide for tonight for this great competition. Are you ready, Svea?
Yes, I'm ready. Okay, wait, let me spotlight my video.
She's spotlighting herself.
Okay, all right.
All right, so looking at the two of you go, we need to declare a winner here. So I have right now, looking at the comments left on Facebook, and we do have an email in, I'm ready to declare a winner between our representatives, Svea from University of Arizona State University. Which one was it? I'm trying not to cough. I'm like getting distracted here. I'll go with Maricela from University of Arizona. And Svea from Arizona
University.
Yes. What they represent, because like I said, I'm like trying not to cough right now.
Arizona
All right.
University. Yay!
Yeah, what they do. So we have first place shall be. I will announce it now. First place is Taco Polytechnic Pro University Make Benefit Great Nation of Taco Stand. And second, and we have a tie for second place.
Okay.
I know this is not what we rehearsed, but I thought I'd surprise you. Second place is gonna be between Maricela and Svea.
Yay!
Hoorah! So I'm just gonna switch between the two right there and just kind of just like catch it up between the backgrounds. And we're good.
Yes.
And then now back to a fry bread taco in my background.
Yes, that does look like a fry bread taco. It's very delicious looking.
Mm. So Svea, I'm just gonna get rid of this. Quit jumping backgrounds here on the screen. So with that, we have that was awesome with you, Titi. That did great. That's all. I gotta just say that was really cool. All right. So and we're at that point of the show, Svea. We need to let everybody know who our next week's guest is before we go into overtime with Maricela.
I know, right? So next week we're going to have Cynthia Masterson. She is a interesting bead worker from Blue Dot Beadwork, and she's actually been exhibitioning some of her artwork in some shows. So it's going to be really interesting to talk with her and see what she has to show with all the good stuff that's going on with her life and her stuff and her business and her beadwork. So it'll be really great.
Gotcha. Okay. And let me tell you what you might see next week on Late Night Craft Talk. Svea and I have been talking about, and we made a couple of trips, and we're getting ready for Late Night Craft Talk on the road across America.
We're
going to hit all kinds of exotic. What's that?
We've been going all over. We've been driving.
Oh yeah.
All over.
We've been going around, but we're safe.
Yes, we are keeping our social distance.
Yep. And so we're hitting all kinds. We're not hitting the big cities. We're hitting the small parts of America, the part where you find some of the best unknown crafters with the greatest potential. And it just might look. Let me show you a clip of what you might see next week with Late Night Craft Talk on the road across America. Hi, I'm James Hermes, one of the hosts of Late Night Craft Talk on the road in America.
I'm at Roy's Cafe in Amboy, California, way out in the middle of the Mojave Desert, and I'm looking for somebody to interview that does crafts. I haven't found anybody, and I mean I haven't found anybody. Late Night Craft Talk.
And that wasn't chroma-keyed, everybody. That was real.
Yeah, and you just didn't find anybody at all.
That was an Amboy. Roy's Diner
At least find
ain't
like
a diner. So that's what you might see next week. It's a 3-hour drive out there to record that segment for this.
yes, you just drove out to Amboy,
I was on my way to,
California, just to see if anyone would do our show.
yeah, I'm just glad I didn't pick Topeka, Kansas or someplace. I
Yes,
just want to try someplace close.
yeah, I know. That was
Anyway,
definitely
all right. So with this, we are officially in overtime, and we've definitely got some questions coming in. So again, anybody, if you've got questions for Maricela, leave a post on on Facebook or comment on Facebook or mail it in to latenightcrafttalk@gmail.com.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see what we got coming in.
Okay.
We should have a backup. We already have a lot of questions already being posted normally on Facebook.
Okay, so what is your favorite sports team? Oh, did I ask that? Did I ask that already? Whoops, sorry. Do you teach?
Teach? Not yet, no. I've only taught like relatives, like my brother. I've been trying to get him to make a keychain for God knows how long. Oh, I like the cut, by the way. I've tried to get him to make a keychain for God knows how long. I have had other people ask, and I try. I'm not the best teacher because, again, I'm learning as I'm going, but I'll help anybody that asks.
Gotcha. We have one question here. So with your history of your people being saltwater Pima, I'm sorry,
Salt River.
Salt River Pima. Again, throw it as distracting stuff. Saltwater Pima and Yaki. What influences that been on your artwork?
A lot of geometrical shapes. Our people have done baskets as well as pottery. For the Yakis, it would be more floral, very colorful, very bright artwork. So yeah, that's where I would say I would intertwine the two. Again, like I said, I really like colorful pieces, as you can tell, especially with the pop colors.
All right. And the next question that we have here, I saw it here, is it says, when is your favorite time to do your beautiful beadwork?
I'm a night owl. I actually work graveyard. That's my day job, or night job, I should say. So right now it would be getting up for me. My morning starts now. So anytime at night, that's when I do it. During the day, hard to get me to do beadwork, but I do it.
So this is actually a really good time for you to be doing this show then, because you're like wide awake.
Yep, just give me coffee. We're good.
Well,
Yeah.
not to mention all the exercise you get from those giant beads for Godzilla-sized necklaces.
Yep.
And you need a big crate to ship it, so the shipping's got to be expensive. With the size 50 beads or 00.
Hey James.
Yes.
I was gonna ask you, hey, I got kind of hungry after talking about all this stuff. Do you have anything you could share?
Yeah, I do. I have not fry bread because you've probably been looking at my background, getting hungry. Because I have, because I'm looking at my background through here, and here. I happen to have with me that I've been making and kind of munching because I've been kind of going like this, tacos.
Oh,
Today, are you hungry?
yes. I always get
Taco.
hungry in the show. We're always up so late.
Yeah. All right. So let me hand you over.
You know what? Actually, you know what? That looks like a burrito.
This is a
needs to be
taco.
folded. I don't know. I think that kind of looks like a burrito, like it's supposed to be a burrito.
Well, somebody has selective vision. What, Maricela, what's it look like?
What'd you say, Mari?
Oh, that's not a burrito. I said only ASU students would think that's a burrito.
Okay, background switching. Hold on, I gotta do this.
You know,
We're pausing.
you know what? I
We're
think
pausing for like 10 seconds.
it's like they're driving and they're eating tacos like this. That's why they get into car accidents all the time.
But apparently is.
Yeah, you know what, Svea, just do what you pick what you want. This is going U of A. All right.
Oh, that's
With
terrible.
that's U of A. All right. So would Svea like a taco?
Sure. Why don't you hand it to me?
All right, here we go. There you go. All right, here we go.
That was wrapped up in a nice thing. Oh, actually, I have an extra one for you. Do you want one, Mari? Here, I'm going to hand this one to you. Thanks.
That went well. Okay, you know what, Mark? I'm going to hand you a real one because who knows what's coming from Svea. It could be a laxative.
That's true. Very true.
Yeah, so I'm treating you civilly. Unlike, the rivalry. Here you go.
Hey, he just suggested I would never do that. I would never put a laxative in your food. Jeez, what kind of
That's not what
person?
you said earlier. Oh, cool.
Wow.
So we're good. All right, let's see if we got any more questions coming in. What is your favorite piece you've made thus far for Maricela?
My favorite piece would actually be that Man in the Maze medallion.
Yeah.
It took me a while to make that. Actually, it was very intricate. Like I said, I do 2 needles, so every 2 beads, a stitching goes down. But that one I had fun with the different colors that I actually used in the lanyard, as well as I kind of spotted them throughout the Man in the Maze. So
I'm eating more of my taco. I don't know if you just saw what Svea just did with the burrito eating it, because the burrito's about as big as a football. It was huge.
And it's from the local taco place.
Gotcha.
And it's great. I mean, look at this. Look at how big this is. This is my hand. I mean, this is
that's huge.
yeah, it's actually really good. It's carne.
Well, I remember you saying, you're like, I paid $10 for a burrito. I went, look at the size of the burrito.
No, it's really huge.
Like the size of a leg of a steer.
Yeah, pretty much.
Wrap the steer leg in a tortilla and call it a burrito.
I know, right?
So Svea, what do you do when the burrito just opens up and spills all over you?
Well, usually if you eat burritos properly, they don't open like that. And that's how U of A people eat it. That's obviously why they like tacos better, because they can't eat burritos that way.
Taco clothes, apparently.
Now, background still staying U of A.
It's terrible, right? I mean, he should be like my friend and support me.
I'm supporting you by supporting our guest that you invited. Through trash talk.
That's true, because we could have talked about Disney, but you wanted to do this.
We haven't had any Disney tonight. It's all been U of A and A of U.
This is U of A and A of U.
Yeah, you know that.
You get to eat effort.
Taco, you taco, okay? You know what?
Taco. Oh my gosh, it's so funny.
All right, Maricela, I think we already had that question already, or another, but differently worded. Do you teach beading?
I teach beading. Not, like I said, not to a group of people, just kind of more of a one-on-one and with family members.
Okay.
Like I said, I'm still learning, so I can help. That's as good as it gets. I can try to give you references. Like I said, for me, I'm self-taught, so I have a lot of people that I draw inspiration from, like Chris Jackson, Elias Not Afraid, Delano Yazzie, and Holly Young. I ask them a lot of questions if I don't know something, because like I said, I'm new, but I admire their art. I love their work, and yeah, that's pretty much how I learn. A lot of trial and error.
So it says, Cassie was asking, does your tribe offer community beading classes?
I don't think so. Actually, I take that back. One of the first people that I did learn from, her name was Gretchen Thomas. She's an elder on our community. She was teaching, obviously due to the virus and whatnot. I don't think her teaching classes are really going on, like everybody's quarantined. So, but she's helped me a lot. She's been trying to get me to peyote stitch for God knows how long, and that's one thing I just can't do. But I'm trying. One day I'll get it.
All that beading and U of A.
Hey, don't forget Disney in there, ma'am.
Yeah, it's always awesome when Mari's in town. So I'm like, hey, Mari, we should go to Disneyland. We actually been trying to go to Disneyland together. Believe it or not, even though we have such separate views of sports teams.
I can't believe right now it's up to me to carry the tradition to put Disney in the background all of a sudden.
Oh, thank you.
It's the bridge right now.
It is, it definitely is.
I'm just going with ice cream cones and a unicorn now and root beer floats.
Lucky for you, I like ice cream, so.
Lucky for me?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. So much on the fringes with you. I thought we were getting along all week.
Right, James.
This guy is like seriously hilarious. That's why I asked him. I'm like, hey, you should be a co-host. Because then I'm like,
What's the word?
huh?
I'm still deciding.
Worked out perfectly.
On the bottom of your screen that you're blocking.
What?
There's something on the bottom of your screen.
Something it says welcome to the Delta. No, I had a friend who was doing a source to sea on the Colorado River, and she was working her way down the Delta in Mexico where the Colorado River goes into the Sea Cortez. And I told her when you get down there, you'll see unicorns, ice cream cones, cookies, and root beer floats waiting for you. And so I made this picture with ice cream cones, root beer floats, and cookies. And on the bottom, it says, welcome to the Delta. I sent her there as a joke, and there it is. That's why you see those things, and it says, welcome to Delta on the bottom.
It's been brought to life.
And when I was down there, there was unicorns, ice cream cones, and root beer floats and cookies.
Nice.
Weird. You don't see that on National Geographic.
Yeah.
Okay, back to the interview.
Yeah, and the natural, in the river, you would see just cookies floating in the water.
You can spit it out.
But
Adrian.
don't eat them.
Come on, Wildcat.
Tea, like
Okay, that deserved another U of A.
They're in their natural habitat. Got it.
funny. Yeah. So anyway, but yeah. So Mari, what do you think you're working on next? What are you working on?
Ooh, actually, I was asked to do another Man in the Maze medallion, so I'm gonna get going on that. And I believe I got a couple of rope necklaces, a rope lanyard. I've been a busy bee now that we've been in quarantine, and yeah, now that Arizona's lifting and we're opening, so I got to go back to work.
Gotcha.
An adult again.
We have another question. What made you want to start beading?
Well, like I said, I had a friend who taught me. She was beading a lot, and I always had a curiosity for it. When I was younger, my uncle tried teaching me. I would make little name barrettes on a loom and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
Fortunately, he passed early, so I wasn't really able to learn as much as I would have liked to. Like I said, it's my friend. She kind of opened the can and said, go ahead, fly away. So I did.
So have you ever thought of possibly beating a Yoda in the Man of the Maze?
That would be really hard, but you know what? Challenge accepted. I could probably do that.
Can you bead Svea?
That would be really cool.
Man in the Maze?
Honestly, like a little baby Yoda, he's entering his path. He's going down his path, right? Because like Man of the Maze, right? What's the story behind that?
So basically, they get the different obstacles within the maze, and when they finally get to the center, that's when they've completed their life cycle and go on to the next.
So would you say is the Man in the Maze, they're starting their journey or they're ending their journey?
Well, actually, it's seen both ways. There's one where he's at the bottom, and then there's one where he's on top. So it could either be both that he's starting or he's ending. But as soon as they get to that middle, that's when their journey ends.
Okay. So I definitely think when Kathy, I don't know if you know Kathy Ornelia from My Beaded, My Native Corner, she was on our second show, and I showed her a slide with a Man in the Maze, and Baby Yoda was in.
Wow.
Yeah.
Pretty awesome.
Something I thought would be really cool. So I expect to see this now because you said challenge accepted. It's gonna have to be a really big one. Yeah.
I'm thinking like in my head, like, can I have green dots and pointy ears? That's it.
That's actually a good question. It's like, you know, whenever I get like an inspiration, it's like sometimes it's just like somebody with ADD. I gotta like, I gotta make it. I gotta get it done. Or somebody throws an idea at me. All of a sudden, the wheels are just spinning, going, I could do it this way, this way, this way, this way. And all of a sudden, like after like 30 seconds, you're already figuring out techniques to do it. Put the others. You kind of get that way when you get a project where you're just like, some of you just hits you, and you can sink your teeth into it, just going, yes.
Because sometimes, like, I'll be working on a project and one I just can't get out of my head. I'll have to put that project that I'm currently working on,
Yeah.
on that one that won't leave me alone. So I totally get it, because, you know, being out there, you just see different ideas pop in, different inspirations, even like the colors, different colors that blend together, and then you'll automatically see this pop color, and all of a sudden it's like that. So I try my best to carry around my little book to put ideas in, so I don't forget, because once you go to bed, that's it. Everything erases.
Pretty much. When you work with the long dentalia shells, for those that don't know, dentalium or dentalum is a freshwater shell, originally from the Northwest, and shaped kind of like a rattlesnake thing. When you get the long dentalia shells, have you ever succumbed to temptation and put them right there and go, "Ruh, ruh, I'm a vampire"?
No, that I will not do.
Would you like to see what it looks like?
I'm pretty sure you've done it, huh?
Oh yeah, let me go get a couple dentalia shells.
You know what? You should show us, because oh my gosh. Yeah. It's funny. This guy, like, all the time coming up with all these ideas with him. I'm like, yeah, it's pretty funny.
Yep, you have an endless pool of ideas.
Yes, it is an endless pool of ideas. I know, this is fun though. Like, we always have a hard time. We always have a fun time, like, teaching each other about, you know, our schools. And I think that's what's cool about our relationship, because we always have fun. Like, when you guys came out to visit us, we went to the trivia night.
Yes, that was fun.
So much fun. I know we actually, that season, we ended up going to the finals for trivia.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we went to the finals, and when we went to the finals, that were so hard. Oh my God.
Really? Good grief.
The finals, like, we only got, like, out of all the trivia questions, we only got like 3 questions out of like 20.
Oh no. The thing
Hmm.
about that trivia night was the macaroon. I had the best macaroon ever.
Yeah.
Gray tea, I believe it was macaroon. Me and my sweets. I loved it.
I see. Mhm. It's quite fascinating. I'm trying to sound like an Eastern European guy. Tell me, what blood type are you? Hmm?
I have to try not to inhale while I'm drinking.
And you only do your beadwork at night, or which you say is the morning.
Yes.
Like
Are you a vampire?
a vampire beer.
Anybody knows this? These are dentalia shells.
Those
And
are
this is
actually
mustache
really,
from last week with the glue's not sticking.
where'd you get those from? Those are pretty, that's a good size.
It is a big size.
I have a lot of them. I stocked up in the 90s.
Oh, you're so lucky, because like the dentalium shells are getting smaller and smaller and
Oh
smaller.
yeah, I use these sparingly, especially when I went to turn someone into a vampire. If there was a mirror behind me, you wouldn't see me. And my teeth are flexible. Or rattlesnake. Has anybody looked at your dentalia work and gone, rattlesnake fangs?
No. These shells obviously aren't common here in Arizona. I get a lot of questions about them as to where they come from and their history behind them.
But nobody's ever mistaken for rattlesnake fangs, because that's like common with me whenever I show them. I do most of my dentalia work.
No.
It's like, rattlesnake fangs? Because, you know.
So we have a question, another question for you. It says, this is Lorena. She said, is there any pieces that you were hesitant on working on, but when went ahead with it and ended up completing successfully?
Ooh, the baby moccasins. That was a challenge. Like I said, that was the first time that I had actually made moccasins. I was very thankful that my friend was there to help me, because if not, that would have been a big challenge as far as trying to put them together. So for all you moccasin makers out there, I give you big kudos on making them, because it's challenging. It really is. It's not like, you know, you can just sew them together and magically it works. It takes a lot. It's very tedious, and it takes a lot of matching and making sure the sizes work and everything. So, but it worked out, thankfully.
You know, people would say that about doing the beaded rope. People would say that about doing the applique. I mean, it's kind of across the board, those, right?
But for some reason, me trying to line it up and inside it out, and then my brain didn't work for some reason that way, like to see it inside out to make sure that it would work.
Yeah.
It wasn't working with me that day.
Well, they've turned out really beautiful. I mean, even though you're saying that, I mean, that was one of my favorite pictures of those moccasins, the flower work, and it was nice.
You.
So, yeah.
We do have a kind of comment actually from Kelsey Marie. I use them sparingly, uses them as vampire teeth. Well, it's not a dichotomy. Okay. All right. So we do have a question. Was it a challenge to bead on hats with an even count?
Yes. I wanted to at one point use 2 needles to make sure that I was mirroring it, but I kind of just jumped off the high dive and went with it. So it was all a challenge of making sure that your color, just like the beaded lanyards, that's the concept that I used when I did it, was just to make sure that it mirrored as much as possible.
Another question here. What do you think is the best method that you do? Like, say, is it best to use applique when beading on fry bread?
I use applique all the time, so I don't got another plan B. I tried doing lazy stitch, but it doesn't work. But your fry bread, yeah, mister.
You tried lazy stitch on fry bread?
Right, next time for him.
I will treasure it and not eat it. Eat it immediately.
Yes.
You know, you can, one of the multi-uses of fry bread is you can take it and wring it out for oil for your car. Because it's oily.
You know what? Actually, a lot of those diesel cars, the older diesel cars, you can actually change them into running off vegetable oil.
That's actually what I was referring to, actually. So, yeah.
Set up like on a diesel car and then put all the fry bread oil into their car, and they drive it in their car based on it's powered by fry bread.
We'll have to get shirts that say fry bread power.
Well, that they exist.
I know. Smoke signals.
Sticker. Oh my God, you get a sticker for the back of their car. It says powered by fry bread, because literally it's powered by fry bread oil.
That would be the coolest thing ever since the concept of the truck on the res stuck in reverse.
Yeah. With the dog in the back on the pickup.
Well, it's in reverse, it'd be in the front.
That's ASU for you, I tell you.
Oh, gone back.
Come on, Svea.
Gone back to U of A.
It's hard.
It's hard.
We were even talking about this before. It's hard to like come up with some really good math.
You were nailing it earlier.
When I went to ASU, okay, now the school's changed a lot, but when I went to ASU, they didn't accept everyone. So it actually was a challenge for me to get into ASU.
It was a challenge. Okay.
Yeah, it was.
I'm just gonna play nice. There we go.
You get accepted at first, and I said no, I want to go there, and they said okay, we'll let you in. So, and then I graduated with higher grades than when I was in high school. So,
Hey, there you go.
all right, I actually graduated with some kind of honors, something I remember.
Going back to Taco Cat.
Yeah, something like that. It was a great experience. It was a great experience. Our school, when we were there, we went to the Rose Bowl. So that was the year with Pat Tillman, Jake Plummer,
Oh,
and
wow.
our football team was like totally amazing. And that's why I'm so crazy about the football team, because when I was there, we went to the Rose Bowl. We had a crazy like season. We were taking down the goal. I didn't do it, but like the kids were rushing the field and taking down the goalposts, and they were carrying it through campus. It was like crazy. They took it down a few times, and they ended up having like they didn't have they had to up the security and they had to up the fences because they were literally knocking down the fence and pulling like, yeah, it was crazy. It was so awesome. And like the whole tortilla thing, that was there when I was there. That was like they're throwing the tortillas onto the field. That was when I was there. So that's, yeah.
I'm going back to ASU just because you said they're throwing tortillas on the field.
Yeah, they were. It's like it's if you look in the rules for Arizona State for the things that are not allowed into the campus for the mid stadium, you are not allowed to bring tortillas. It is actually a forbidden item.
Yet they're so easy to hide. That's what I do. Like my alma mater local high school here in India,
You
they
can tuck
chuck tortillas out there.
your pockets and no one would know.
You can hide them in your shoes.
Yeah, exactly. Like fry bread inserts.
This is gonna be one of we just enter new words in our lexicon for craft night. Fry bread in your shoes along with Cortinos.
Yeah. Yeah. Mari, you missed out on our craft night thing. It was so funny. Oh my gosh. Last night, it was just funny because my dad was having he decided during craft night while we were live on Facebook that he needed me to help him open a wine bottle. And he's using this old corkscrew thing, right? And I don't drink wine. And so I couldn't even pull it out. And finally he pulled the thing out, and the cork was halfway out, and he's like, help me pull it out. And I'm like wiggling it. I broke off the top of the cork. And I was like, I told you I can't. And it's use the old, like I have the rabbit one, and I grabbed both sides and did this. It was out in a second. He's like, that one's too hard to use. I'm like, I just got it out in 5 seconds. We started doing this whole, like, we were all comparing all our kitchen gadgets. It was hilarious. We were being really quiet during our whole craft night. We're all like working really hard crafting. And, you could see us all just like looking down over like making stuff. And then as soon as that happened, we're all like, just, oh, look at it. And then Vivian pulled out her pineapple core, and she's like, here, check this out. She like had this like whole pineapple. It was crazy. It was so much fun.
Came on the tail end of that, and I was bringing people I knew. I was texting people to come on there just to talk about bacon recipes.
What did you say, Mari? I didn't hear.
I said interesting. Everybody's kitchen gadgets.
So it was a lot of fun.
I have the pineapple, so I get it. The
So
one
I get a chance to show off mine with the slices and dices. Sorry, it's been like 3 weeks since we had a lightsaber on the show. I had to do it.
I know the lightsabers are so much fun. We use a lot of props in our show. We didn't use as many props today. Actually, the plan was James was supposed to come out in a cheerleader coach outfit.
Which James could not put together because the neighbor down across the street's like, I know. And I was like, and there's still no costume shops open where James can get that stuff.
Got it.
Starting next week when they go to phase 3 opening. Then maybe.
I know you probably do have a costume shop just down the street from your place.
It's next to my gym across town. Which I
Yeah.
had no problem going over there, but there's no place to get it right now.
Yeah, this is true.
And the guy that across the street that used to be a ref is like, no, that's kind of weird. I'm like, okay, we'll just imagine.
He was. Does he know you at all? Like you're like,
Oh, I've known the guy like 20 years.
he's like, that's kind of weird. I'm not gonna.
He's kind of like, no. Well, he's one of the guys that thinks the internet's going to run out of, it's a fad, and people
Really?
will get tired of it.
Like I've reached the end of the internet.
Yeah.
So he wasn't surprised by what you were wearing. Is that what you're saying?
No, just understood why I needed it. He's like, a live show on the internet? You're gonna be on TV? What channel? I went, no, it's on Facebook Live. Well, I heard of Facebook. Has it got a TV show tonight? And I'm like, I give up. Awesome guy, but I'm like, I'm gonna be talking circles even if I do this for an hour with him.
Yeah, I hear you.
But he's cool, awesome dude.
It was funny because I said after my dad was on the video last night, I told him like, you were on Facebook Live, you know? He's like, he no idea. Just
That's clues.
I know. My dad's like, he wants to he's doing ham radio now. That's his thing. But it's been his thing for a long time. And he's like, I need to have my license because if I'm carrying around my ham radio, I need to make sure I have my license on me. I'm like, I don't think they care, honestly.
Ham radio.
All right, we have a new question from Cassie. What material do you normally back your pieces with?
I either use the buckskin or some kind of hide. It depends. It really depends what the customer wants to pay. I even have vinyl that kind of looks relatively close to leather. So there's different options. I had one that even asked me to make a glittery pop background for them as they're backing. So it's whatever they want. It's what I give them. So
She makes custom beadwork for her customers and she's for satisfaction.
I try to ask as many questions, like I said, so I can get to know the person and really get what they want. So that piece kind of, emulates their personality.
So I have a question that came in here. So have you had any weird requests?
Any requests?
Like weird, like just weird
Orders.
requests or things that people are like, hey, I'd like a baby drinking a beer. I don't know.
I've been fortunate enough. No, I have yet to get one of those. Now that you probably put it out in the universe, we'll let you know.
What kind of customers does Dancing Bear get that you think that's a normal thing? Everybody.
We've had
Rivalry.
oh, rivalry. What rivalry?
Not really.
That's not rivalry.
I'm just trying to back up our guest. Here, back up our guest some more.
Oh, that's nice of you.
I'm trying to make them feel welcome. Should I do part of the should I do the next few minutes of the interview as sword wielding Sean Connery?
Yes, you actually you should only speak in Sean Connery style questions and answers and talk.
Well, that's what I'm gonna do. Okay, we have a new question. Let me read this because it's quite obviously weird word, but as you were talking, what? Let me try this again. As you were walking into the kitchen, your dad, okay, never mind. That's not a question. That's a reminder from Vivian.
I know.
I will ask the same question. This is turned into infomercial night. Dad from Erica. But I'll ask you another question that you already answered.
That was from
But
last.
you can do it again. And you'll have to answer it right, or you'll answer to me my sword. What material do you normally back your pieces with? Answer correctly, or you'll feel my cold steel from this plastic.
This is seriously like this is the like laughing at James hour right now. It's awesome.
When it gets past 11:30, I turn into a pumpkin, or Sean Connery with his cold steel.
I know, right? Oh,
You have to take me seriously.
okay, I'm gonna take you seriously. Do you have a question for me?
Yes.
What's your question?
The question for you is, and that's the question I have for you tonight.
All my gosh. I feel hot right now. It's hot in here.
Nervous?
I'm going to try to turn the air conditioner on right now.
Oh, we had to turn ours on like a long time ago. It's too hot in Arizona.
Man, let me tell you, I don't think I could ever live in Arizona ever again.
No?
Hot. It's too
Live
hot.
15 miles from the beach.
True.
I think that living with all that beach and all that heat that just comes off the beach.
All right. Okay, we have a real question. I'm going to do it as sword wielding Sean Connery. Maricela, you have an Instagram page. I never thought you'd see her saying Sean Connery. All right. Maricela, do you have an Instagram page or just a Facebook?
I have both. I have Instagram. My Instagram name is Beaded Plume _64. And my Facebook page is just Beaded Plume.
And for everybody who wants to know how that's spelled, you stick around to the end of the show. You do that, and we'll play the closing credits, and we'll have Beaded Plume's social media and email contact information. And when you do, write it down, preferably with a pencil, not a sword. You'll cut the paper up. And you'll have it. And then contact her and ask her to make beadwork Godzilla sized.
Yes.
And ask her to lazy stitch fry bread. You know, I can do a better Sean Connery, but I've just almost said you're cracking up with this.
The Lazy Stitch fry bread was just for you.
Well, I don't think I'll be getting your best when you do that.
Nope.
You know, what you could do is you could make a cuff with the fry bread. You know, you make a cuff and then you do the beadwork. And actually, if you form it around like a bone and just let it dry so it cures, and then it will actually be like an actual like rigid cuff. So when you beat it, it will actually be like, and then you can smell it. It smells like fry bread.
No, Svea.
I'm just reaching, I guess. I'm trying to be funny like James.
What? I see. My professional mannerisms is amusing you.
Yeah, very much so.
What do you think in the future, say 10,000 years from now, there'll be, some archaeologists out there digging up a site and he finds mostly fossilized fry bread. What do you think you might know it? You'll be able to identify it. Or will you think it's a copalite?
Oh.
We ponder these things sometimes when we're reaching 11:30 in the show every Friday.
They might be looking at it with the beads in it and be like, that's kind of weird. There's like bread, but there's beads in it. I mean, what did these people eat as fruit?
What did they stick in their fry bread?
And bread.
The teeth that these people have.
So anyway, I think that we are at the end of our show today. What do you think? We have 18 people viewing right now. Whoa, hey, 18 people.
That's awesome. This has been fun. It really is.
I know. This
Think
is
we're good? Okay, so with that,
and if we asked the last question we just asked about Facebook and Instagram, and that was just like, yes, we already asked.
we do have a comment from Vivian. I think Maricela should bead a fry bread pendant for James.
Oh, that would be so special.
Yeah,
And put some dentillium things in it.
And use it instead of beeswax, use honey and powdered sugar.
got it.
If you mix the honey and the powdered sugar with just the right ratio, it actually becomes like a tar. And so when you put the teeth in, it will just it's like it caramelizes and hardens, and it will be like actual fangs.
Let's say if you get to 4,000 likes, because you're looking for 3,000, at 4,000, get the big dentillia shell and you'll take a picture of yourself as a vampire.
Got it. I can do that.
We're gonna hold you to it.
Self-effacing humor's the best. I practice it every Friday night.
Yes, I will definitely do that for you, James.
That will
Not
be
for me, for your fans of your page.
Yeah.
okay. And everyone, make sure that you like and subscribe to everyone's face. So Elk Rack Traders, Dancing Bear, Beaded Plume, all of our Facebook pages, and then you have Instagrams. Like I think everyone at James, you have an Instagram, you do, right?
Yes.
So we all have Instagrams, Beaded Plume, Dancing Bear, Elk Rack Traders in Instagram. And then we actually have a YouTube channel that we're putting all of these shows in so you can watch them later. And yeah, so this is really great. Thank you so much for joining us. This has been a lot of fun. Oh my,
Always every week. So with that, I think we ready for our typical ending.
yes, let's do it.
Every week we do this and show. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3,
And
and show. Thank you, everybody. This has been awesome. And
evil.
we still live? We're still live.
Yeah, I know we are, right? What?
Well, we did end it. Now we're in overtime.
What's happening? It's not ending?
Usually we end the show at the end of credits and it's like end show. And now how many people we got watching? I'm gonna see if it suddenly drops off after the credits.
It's like end scene.
No, we still have 14.
End scene.